Hi everyone, my name is Abraham Daniel and I am a humanist. Yeah, today I'm going to do it's a very emotional one. While shuffling through Twitter, I saw this post and I felt, oh, let me draw the attention of my former guy, Dr. Paul Enenche. He's a good guy and I know possibly he's not even aware. This is from Sami Nachi, if I got, or Nasi, if I got the name correctly. He's related to Dr. Paul Enenche. I think he's one of his siblings. And this is what he said: a visit to my father's only sister alive. I've made you and I will carry you. I will sustain you and I will rescue you. It is a promise of unending support made specifically to older adults. When I saw that post and I look at the background where this elderly, the only surviving sister of your father living, I became curious. Possibly you are not aware because you are a good man. You've been doing humanitarian, helping people, building schools, and to quickly draw your attention, today I think I should be a fan of Ibiyomi. I was shuffling also in 2018. I saw the magnificent building Ibiyomi built for the elderly, and I was shocked because when I look at it, it was for me a 5-star mansion, and inside you see all kinds of equipment, and basically you see fitness equipment for the elderly. And when I saw that, I was touched, and we draw inspiration from people. And I want to draw your attention, sir, please, with all the good things you are doing, could you consider your aunt, the only surviving sister of your father? Look at the kind of house he's living. And I doubt if she has a car. Just look at. And I know you are a good man, sir. Could you please, or maybe Ibiyomi is your friend, he can help you do that, because what are friends for? And like we all know, charity begins at home. Look at that elderly woman. She has given so much back to you guys, and to keep the memory of your dad, why not put up a befitting, magnificent building for her? I'm appealing to you. You're a good man. You've been doing for other people. Possibly you've been overwhelmed by work and other schedule. And for that young man, displaying with Grammy like that, well, I think for me, this is for an appeal from me to you, sir. Could you please make Mama proud?
And listen, okay, I am all in the whole issue of supporting one another. I think that society as a whole becomes more better when we all stand up for each other, when we all support one another. I firmly believe so. But sometimes I do not like to conclude about something when I do not have all the full information. Now, when it comes to this whole rich people helping their relatives, I think that it is a good thing to do. It is a good thing to help everyone you came across if you have the means to do so. But people must remember that you are not obligated to help them. You are not under any obligation to help them. They are not entitled to your wealth. They must remember so. There was a previous video I commented on about Don Jazzy, when a social media content creator filmed the house of Don Jazzy's family, and he was saying that this is the house where Don Jazzy grew in, and look at how poor or how badly maintained the house is. And while all this was going on, Don Jazzy was contributing 100 million naira to VDM NGO. And I was like, Don Jazzy has the right to do whatever he wants to do with his own money. Remember, the money belonged to Don Jazzy. He has worked really hard for his money, and by so doing has the right to spend it the way he wants. That was it. That was it. So I don't think that people can come out and say that they are entitled to Don Jazzy's money, or Don Jazzy is obligated to help them. They cannot say that. They cannot say that. They have no right to say that. Now, coming to this whole Pastor Paul Enenche's issue and the whole photo or information circulating about his aunt being unable to take care of herself while Dr. Paul Enenche is a multi-millionaire. What I would say about this is that Paul Enenche should help his relatives. Paul Enenche should find it in his heart to help his relative, especially someone as close as his father's sister. I mean, his aunt. I think he should help them. But I want to make this very clear. The aunt is not entitled to any help from Paul Enenche. Paul Enenche is not obligated to help the aunt. He is not. But then again, it is a good thing for him to help his relatives. The reason why I say that things like this, when it comes to helping relatives, is really complicated, is that sometimes there is more to these stories than we actually know. When it comes to families, right, there is a kind of web within the family that is difficult to unwind. Now, in my own family, I have relatives who are very hardworking, who are dedicated, who would not want to ask you for a single penny, who has taken upon themselves to work hard and take care of themselves. And I also have relatives who are just outright lazy. They don't want to do anything. They don't want to struggle. They think that those who are succeeding are lucky. They don't believe that those who are succeeding are actually working really, really hard before they are succeeding. They will say, "Oh, it's because you are lucky. It's because you are blessed to have this or have that, and that is why you don't want to help us." And I'm like, no, it's not because I'm lucky. No. It's because I'm working hard. I have something I do. You must get something doing. You cannot just sit there and depend on luck. You cannot just sit there and put all your hope on luck. Things don't work that way. Now, even if you help them like I have done, they are not showing any sign of gratefulness. They are not showing any signs of being appreciative. And if somewhere down the road, maybe 20, 30 years from now, I am successful or I have so much money and somehow they don't, people might think that it is because I haven't helped them or I don't help them. That might be the same thing. Not knowing that I have helped them early on in life and they did not do anything with the help. Or maybe why I invested my own earnings, they squander theirs. Why I save and thought about the future, they didn't think about that. All they did was live for the moment. So listen, my brothers and sisters, okay, when you see people in a family, some successful and others struggling, do not be quick to just come to this conclusion that those who are successful are not helping those who are not. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I wish someone told me when I was way more younger. I wish someone told me, because I had this same mentality that the people in my neighborhood who had relatives who were rich were not helping those who were poor. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. Listen, there is more to things like this than we actually know. And the last thing I would say about this is that if I were Paul Enenche and this information was brought to my knowledge, I would help this mama. I will help her. I will do the best I could do or I can do for her. I will make sure she gets a comfortable place to stay. I will make sure she has food to eat. I'll make sure she gets all the medical help that she needs. I will do all that irrespective of whether I've helped her before or not. I will still do it. But then again, that is just me. To you guys out there, when you saw something like this or when you heard something like this, what came to your mind? What is your whole take? Let us hear that in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say.